No. Power BI.
Yeah, I will tell.
POW.com. Yeah, just press enter. Okay,
Yes.
just click on sign in. And try using your official mail ID and password, your office mail ID and password.
Office Gmail or
No, your company ID.
my company ID. I don't have it right now. I have the old one. I don't have it right now.
You are presently working in some company?
I just moved like a month ago, so the new one I didn't get it yet.
Or you have not got the new one?
Yes.
The old one they would have disabled already.
Yes, already, yeah.
Yeah, they would have disabled already. Okay, fine. So then what happens is for sharing, I will have to create a dummy account and you will have only limited resources. You will not be able to share the resources because sharing the resources and putting the security will be possible only if you have a pro account. Okay, let me sort it out little later. As of now, nothing to worry about it. Okay, just close this browser. That's not required now. Okay, and in your the present company, where is the data stored? Do you use the data from SharePoint or Azure or Excel or Access?
Excel.
From where you access the data?
We use the previous one. We use Oracle and SQL. The new one now they use Excel because they try to move to big company.
Okay, so they are just pulling out the data from Microsoft Excel, right?
Yes.
Okay, and how comfortable you are with Excel?
I'm not that. Long time I didn't use it.
Okay. And have you just checked which version of Excel they use?
Version?
Yeah, in your present office or in the present laptop?
Let me check here.
Okay, just just this MS Word.
2016.
2016.
It's 2016. Yeah.
Okay, Excel 2016 is what you use. That's fine, not an issue. Okay, so fine. Let us, let me just give you a brief about what this Power BI is capable of doing and why these people are, jumping into Power BI and all those stuff like that. Okay, and have you used SharePoint in your office by any chance or any of the cloud medium?
Long time ago. SharePoint, long time.
Okay. But at least you still remember how you used to share the things using SharePoint and how you used to access the things using SharePoint?
Well, I'm not sure. I work as a DBA. Not.
No. What I asked is that did you ever remember now how did you used to share these files or the documents across SharePoint?
No.
Okay. So anyway, when as of now in that case, as of now, whenever you are working, I think when you wanted to share some documents across the network, you should be sending it across through mails.
Yeah.
Sending it as an attachment and then sending it across to the people and sending it as a mail, right?
Right.
Okay. So that itself is a disadvantage because, say, for example, now Yazir sends a document to his colleague. Maybe you wanted to review some changes of whatever you have been doing. And at one particular point of time, you just wanted the changes to be reviewed and send it back to you, saying that yes, XYZ is perfect, ABC is not perfect, PQR is okay, etc. He or she has to go through it and send it back to you with some suggestions.
Okay.
So what happens is that you just compose a mail, attach the document, and then send it across to him or her, and then either you'll have to text the concerned person saying that please check your mail. I have already sent it across. Otherwise, you'll have to wait for that person to see the mail, then get it back. So the process is long.
Yes.
And this process works only when the person is in the office, or
Yes.
if he or she is carrying the laptop,
Right.
official laptop. That means all this process of communication will be broken the moment you are out from your company network.
Yes.
Okay, so this is one of the main reason why Microsoft was, or rather the companies were trying to find out the solution for. Because you know that nowadays the companies are 24/7. They give you work from home permit also. You need not be there in the office at all for working.
Yes.
Okay, so what happens is that this communication cannot take so much time. Everything has to be spontaneous. So that is when they started inventing what is called as a cloud-based computing. Everything is on
Okay.
the cloud. Okay.
Right.
Earlier, this concept was there called as a SharePoint, but then the problem with the SharePoint is that the SharePoint is limited to the company, and you should be logged into the company network to access the SharePoint. So, but then what happens is that if you don't have your official laptop, you are done. You cannot access your company network and all those stuff like that, because everything is identified by your IP address. All this IP address which has permission only can access, the rest of the things are blocked, etc., etc., etc. So you are back to square one. So the communication takes huge amount of time. There's a huge delay as far as the communication is concerned. So companies started addressing this issue. And there are a lot of companies who came up with the solutions like that. You have what is called as one of the company's product is called as ClickView.
Yes.
Another one is called as a big data. Another one is a Hadoop. Another one is a Talent, etc., etc., etc. There are a lot of solutions to it, and the Microsoft answer to it is Power BI.
Okay.
Okay. Now, why Power BI? Power BI is basically because of lot of reasons. Reason number one, Power BI works on the concept of Office 365. Okay,
يعني
I mean,
like it's like
worked on Office 365.
yes.
Okay, Office 365 has a name denotes. It's a 365 days you are inside the office. It's nothing but a collection of tools. All the office tools, like your starting from your what is called as Skype, the Skype for Business, okay, till your SharePoint, everything is integrated together into a single platform called as Office 365. So what happens is that the moment your company's domain is migrated into Office 365, wherever you are, as long as you have an internet connection, whatever system you use, be it a desktop or a laptop, your personal laptop or official laptop, you can always log on to your company domain and access the document which you have permission to. So it becomes a virtual office 24/7 throughout the world.
يعني you can access it from the different places. No problem.
Different places, different systems, just you need a internet access. That's all. The moment you have an internet access and valid username and a password, you can log on to your company website and access those documents to which you have access rights to.
Okay, sounds great.
And this Power BI works on that. That means 24/7 you are on. Maybe as an employee, you might not appreciate that, because as of now, you have a freedom to say that I don't have my company laptop with me. Okay, but tomorrow you will not have that freedom, because the moment you can hook onto the net, you are in. So as an employee, maybe you can say that you are 24/7 on, and that's what, as an employer, they have a big advantage. Every time they have you on their fingertips. There is no need of sending off the mails. There is no need of somebody has to be there in the office or anything like that. It's just live. Everything is live. Your data is live. Your report is live. Everything is live. There's absolutely no need of sending mails over there. So whenever you do something in Power BI, Okay, I can just allow whoever wanted to review my content, I can just allow them access so they can see live what I'm doing. They can do the commenting. I can see the comment live on my screen, just the way you do a, what do you call it, as a Skype, or as of now you're doing a go to meeting chat over here. So I can see your screen, you can see my screen, I can give a comment on my screen, you can see it, etc., 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 everything. This is one of the reason why they migrated into or created what is called as a Power BI, to make sure that information sharing is just a click away.
Okay.
Okay. The reason number two, most of the people for storing the data and doing the analysis, you know that they use Microsoft Excel. Okay,
Yes.
you have databases, you have Oracle database, you have the Sybase as a database. Microsoft itself has two databases called as an SQL server is there, Azure is there. There are two different set of databases also available. I'm not saying no to that. But the moment you do the analysis, 80% of the companies uses Microsoft Excel.
Right.
Whatever the type of data you are in, whatever the type of company you are in, the moment you are into the finance or the banking, then I will say more than 90% of the people are using Microsoft Excel. Of course, Google Sheets are there, but then people still use as Microsoft Excel because Excel has come much, long back before the Google itself was there.
Yes.
And this Power BI takes the first step from Excel. Migrating from Excel to Power BI is just taking one step ahead. Power BI looks very, very similar to Excel. So if you know Excel, that's why I asked you whether you are using Excel or not. Migrating from any other application to Power BI, I will not say it is difficult because Power BI is a very user-friendly tool. Very powerful but very user-friendly tool.
Okay.
Working on Power BI is easy, but then learning Power BI is much easy if you already know Excel.
Okay.
Say, for example, we normally say that if you have a cycle balance, learning a two-wheeler driving is a little more easy. Okay, and if you know any driving for that matter, be it a two-wheeler or anything like that, then learning driving itself is easy, whether it is a three-wheeler or four-wheeler or whatever it is. So similarly, because the concept remains the same.
A quick question, Ramesh. Is this Power BI is having all those formulas, whatever we can do it in Excel, like
Different.
some
It has
searching.
that and more than that.
So it does have all these things.
It does have it, but not the
and macros also. It can be like
No.
It can be.
It's a different ball game. Power BI. I'm just coming into that. Power BI is not used, for all these type of things. Power BI is a purely reporting tool. There are no macros in Power BI as of now. Okay, all these type of things, automations are not done in Power BI. We do create reports and publish those reports and share the reports. Power BI is a dashboard creation tool.
Okay.
Okay, so whenever you wanted to create a report and submit as a dashboard, which normally as of now people does in Excel. Okay, SQL Server also has a report. Oracle also has a report server. Everywhere it is available, but then you have different applications, different platforms, etc. But Power BI has everything inside. Everything is integrated together, and the biggest advantage is it is live. Okay, so let us first define what Power BI does. Let us try to understand what this Power BI is all about. Okay, so let me just give you a quick brief history about Microsoft Office tools so that you will be able to understand this Power BI much better. See, Microsoft Office actually started in 1995 with their Windows 95. which they launched what is called as Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. Then they started integrating MS Access. Then they started integrating, MS Publisher, OneNote, OneDrive, etc., etc., etc. So they started with 1995 till 2003. They kept on improvising this. At that time, MS Excel has 65,000 rows and 256 columns only. One worksheet. 2007 is when Microsoft what is called came up with a lot of changes over there, drastic changes over there. And one of the changes what they integrated was the 65,000 rows was made into 1 million rows now. And 256 columns was changed into 16,384. Rather, we say that 1 million rows and 16,000 columns in a single sheet. So you can put huge amount of data in Microsoft Excel sheet, and there are unlimited sheets available to you. Okay. That was enough. That was enough in 2007. But then a couple of years down the line, maybe 2010, 2011, 12, people started complaining that 1 million rows is nothing. Now, Yazir, you are working in which sector? You are in the banking sector or the manufacturing sector or what?
Manufacturing.
Manufacturing sector. Okay. Now, say for example, you are talking about the different type of suppliers or the different type of customers, etc., etc. When you are working not in a company which is limited to one country, you are working in a company which is multinational company. You have
Yes.
thousands and thousands of customers, thousands and thousands of
Factories.
customers, the suppliers, this, that, etc., etc. So when you are talking about the data, this 1 million rows is nothing. You will have your base more than 1 million.
Right.
And when you
Right.
have this, more than 1 million data, you cannot store it in one Excel sheet. So you'll have to store it in multiple Excel sheet. And when you store the data in multiple Excel sheet, this Microsoft Excel has a problem. It cannot retrieve the data, corresponding data from more than one sheet at a time. Okay, you have something called as a pivot table. That is what normally people use in Excel to extract the data. But this pivot table also can take the data, how much ever smaller or bigger, only from one sheet at a time.
Okay.
So then people had problems. What will happen if I have more than 1 million record with me? I will not be able to extract the corresponding record. I will give you a simple example. Suppose you have one supplier. A supplier supplying multiple raw materials to your company.
Okay.
So you are keeping an Excel workbook in which you have all these suppliers and the material supplied by them, etc., etc., etc. And suddenly you cross 1 million record, so you start entering into the second sheet. Like that, you have around 2 or 3 sheets with you, in which all the data belonging to all the suppliers and the materials are given.
Okay.
Now, at a particular point of time, I just tell Yazir, I have a supplier called as ABC, and get me the complete details of the supply of goods done by this particular supplier. If it was in a single sheet, you could have easily given. But the moment the data is spread into multiple sheets, you cannot get it.
Okay.
Excel can extract only from one sheet. So what you will have to do is that you will have to extract from sheet number 1, extract from sheet number 2 separately, extract from sheet number 3, then combine all the 3 into a single sheet and then give it. Time is wasted. Just
Right.
because I'm not able to handle multiple sheets at the same time. And Microsoft started getting hit. That is when this big data, Tableau, ClickView, etc., came into the picture, somewhere around 2010 to 2013 period. They say that we don't have any limitation. You store as much as you want, 1 million, 2 million, 20 million, I don't mind. And Microsoft started getting hit very badly, the sales. So Microsoft came up with another product called as Power Pivot. They came in 2010, 13 they integrated with Excel, and in Excel 2016, in the data tab, there is an option called as Get Data. There you have it, the Power Pivot. But then Power Pivot also had a problem. Power Pivot can take the data from n number of sheets, and there is no limitation. The limitation is 10 GB, the size limitation.
Okay.
Okay, up to 10 GB of data you can store it. The problem again with the Power Pivot was that it is not live. It comes along with Excel. So in 2016 Excel version, you have a Excel version called as Professional Plus. You'll have to start off with Professional Plus.
Which is
No other
online.
version. No, it's not online. It is one of the costliest product of Microsoft Office.
Okay.
License.
Okay.
What is it
Because
called?
it's not online.
License with Excel.
Yeah, the license. Excel licensing was costliest. So again, the problem is it was still not online. You will have to share it the same way. Then what Microsoft came is that Microsoft came up with the two more products called as Power Query and Power View. So you have Power Pivot, which creates all the summary data. Power Query allows you to manipulate this data, extract this data like your something like your SQL, PLSQL in Oracle.
So you manipulate the data by Power Query?
Yes, I mean it's not exactly. I'm just saying that it is something like your PLSQL in Oracle, where it allows you to write queries to extract the data, subject to the conditions whatever you say, from different tables.
Right.
This extracted data is given into Power Pivot for you to create the summary reports.
From Power what?
The Power Query
And
allows you to extract the data
okay.
from multiple locations.
Good.
Okay.
This extracted data will be created as a report using the Power Pivot.
Power Pivot?
Power Pivot. That is the second one. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me just share my screen. Now I will just, Arjun, just make me the presenter.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm just sharing the screen. Yes, sir, you can see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so what I was saying is that they introduced three things called as Power Pivot.
Pivot, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then you have Power Query. Okay, then you have Power View.
Okay.
Okay, these three things actually came in 2010. Okay, and they modified a little more in 2013. In 2013, they made it as an add-in software. That means you have to download these three packages called Power Pivot, Power Query, Power View, install it
With
and
Power BI.
okay. In 2016, it became integrated with Professional Plus edition. So let me launch my Excel here. I have my Excel here. Okay.
Okay.
In this Excel, this is a Office 2016 Professional Plus edition. When you come here into the data tab, okay, you see here you can get external data from lot of sources over here, and here you see there is something called as a new query, show queries, etc., etc. This is your Power Query.
Okay.
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 And here you have what is called as Power View.
Okay.
And here you have your Power Pivot Table. This was available in 2016, but only in the Professional Plus edition.
Okay.
Okay. But then what happened is that these three tools, people were finding it difficult to learn three different tools, and then you say that I wanted to work on Power Query, extract the data, then create the report using Power Pivot, then create the reports using Power Query, then share it, etc., etc., etc. Then Microsoft said, enough is enough. I will do one thing. I will integrate all these three things together and create a new package called as Power BI.
Okay.
Okay, so this Power BI is actually a combination of all these three things.
All these three things, it's different,
Yeah.
huh?
All these three things were different.
Each one, it's as a tool, huh?
Yeah, as a tool. But in 2016, okay, it is in 2016 when they released what is called as a Power BI. Okay, this Power BI actually is a combination of Power Pivot plus Power Query plus Power View. Okay, all these three things combined together, integrated into a single tool called as Power BI. So now you don't have to learn about Power View, you don't have to learn about Power Query, you don't have to learn about Power Pivot. There is only one package called as Power BI.
Okay.
Okay, this Power BI works on Office 365. Since Office 365 is live 24/7, your Power BI reports are also live 24/7. 24/7, it is available online.
So if I don't have like this is like Microsoft Office 365?
Yes.
This is if I don't have it, I have like Microsoft
You don't have to worry about it because if your company has asked you to learn Power BI, company will be already into Office 365. So that's why I asked you, can you just sign in using your official mail ID and the password? Your whatever company you are working with, say for example, suppose you work for IBM. So Yasser at IBM dot whatever it is, that will be your official ID and the password. You will be automatically logged into Office 365. You will not have to use a Microsoft account for that. They will assign you the Power BI license.
Inshallah, tomorrow I will get my email, the official one.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I'm working on projects. That's why they assigned me to different locations. So that's why I got back.
Obviously, they would have migrated into this one. So once you get into this, what do you call it as your mail ID, in the next class, we will try to log in into Power BI service and see whether you have the Power BI enabled or not.
Okay.
Okay, they will have to. Otherwise, you can send a request asking them to enable Power BI at the earliest. It will be automatically assigned to you.
Okay.
So now this Power BI. Okay, so this is what the evolution of Power BI, how Power BI came into the picture. Okay. Now, why Power BI is so popular? Power BI is so popular because of two reasons. One, Power BI takes a background from Excel.
Okay.
Most of the companies are already into Excel. So people found it very easy to migrate from Excel to Power BI. So it's a easy to learn tool.
Okay.
Second thing is that Power BI is so popular because it is a Microsoft product. And you know that Microsoft is a backbone of most of the computing. I will not say everywhere, but at least 60% of the present day computing.
Right.
So because it is a Microsoft product, and because it is a improvisation of Excel, people found it very easy to do it, easy to learn tool. So that is why the Power BI became so popular. So today or tomorrow, most of the companies are migrating into Power BI. They are just pushing all the other competitors out. the big data, the Tableau, etc. Because I myself, share a lot of, train a lot of companies where they already use big data
Okay.
and Tableau, and they say that we are migrating from Tableau to Power BI now. So this is this is the speed at which the Power BI is conquering the world.
Okay.
Okay, so now Power BI comes in two flavors. Okay, one is Power BI desktop. Okay, then you have Power BI service. Two things.
Okay.
Okay, Power BI desktop is free.
But they give you 1 month trial, right?
No. Desktop is free. It's not a 1 month trial.
Okay.
Okay, Power BI desktop is completely free.
So the one we installed is basically the Power BI desktop, right?
Yeah, what you installed is Power BI desktop.
So what is the major difference?
I'm coming into that. Okay, Power BI desktop is free, and this works on premises, rather your laptop or desktop. It's not online. Next is your Power BI service.
It's licensed.
You get 60 days free. After that, you have two licensing. One is free licensing, another one is paid licensing. Paid. Free licensing is a basic user.
Okay.
Okay. Paid version comes with two licensing called as Pro and Premium. Two type of licensing. Now this, let me just bring into the next line. Okay, two type of licensing for paid. It can be either Pro or Premium.
Okay.
The Pro user is normally individuals. Premium users are normally organizations.
Okay.
This is the ultimate in Power BI, your premium licensing. The Pro licensing is one step below. In an organization, 80% of the people will be basic users. Okay, remaining 19% will be pro users and just 1% will be a premium user.
What does that mean? Sorry.
Okay, now that's what I'm coming into. Now the basic user. The basic user can create, edit, view the reports.
Okay.
They cannot have any security. No, not possible. Okay. Sharing? No, they cannot share the service, the reports. They can only create the report, and after creating the report, what they will have to do is that, say for example, suppose your colleagues are all free users. You are a pro user. So they will have to create all the reports, and after creating the reports, they will give the report to Yasir. Only Yasir can share it with others in your organization.
Not with them.
You can share. You are the person who has to share it. They cannot.
Okay, because I have the Pro.
Yes, you have the Pro. You need to be a Pro user or a premium user for sharing, putting up the security and all those stuff like that. If you are not, you cannot. So that is why the pro users will be limited in an organization, because everybody need not. So the people
Like-
at the basic reporting level,
Excuse me,
those who
question.
create the report need not be a pro user. Yeah.
Now, if I am a pro user, okay,
Yeah.
and I want to share it with my colleagues or
Yes.
my manager, for example, okay,
Yes. Yes.
he has like only 3 users to I can share it with him.
No. You can share it to the free user, but in a different way. The free users can only view it.
View it.
It's better.
Yeah, they can see it. Once you share
Yes,
it,
yes, this is what I looking for actually.
Yeah, because if boss keep on changing the reports, we'll be into trouble.
I want to share it with my boss. That's it.
don't worry,
wanna
don't
keep-
worry, don't worry. And if you want to share it with your boss, and if you want him to see only a part of the data what you are sharing, we still have the possibility for that. But all these things require either pro or premium license.
Okay.
It's fine. It's only one license company can buy.
It's how much it costs pro license.
You don't
Approximately.
have to worry about that at all, Yasser. Everything will be taken care by your company, because the Office 365 people, are the admin people, are the one who decides all these things. How many pro users should be there? How many premium users should be there?
I
Who
know,
should
I
be the
know,
user, etc.,
I know. But
etc.
if they don't have it, this is my question. If they don't have it, if I am the one,
Pro user,
the one
pro
come up
user,
with this idea,
yeah, pro licensing cost around 125 US dollars.
125.
Okay, yeah.
You can buy it by your company ultimately.
Okay. I can tell my manager tomorrow.
That is the costliest of all. You have plans starting from, I will tell you, just give me a minute, I'll just tell you, it's around, there's a plan starting from $15 per month
Okay.
to $125 per month.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, $15 a month with an annual commitment.
Okay. Like annual commitment, like every month I have to pay.
You'll have to give your credit card. They will bill you for 1 year.
Each
Even if you-
month,
Even
50.
if you use for 1 month or 2 months or 12 months.
Okay. Sounds
Every
good.
month, the $15 will get deducted from your credit card.
Okay.
So even if you discontinue after 6 months, they will continue charging you for another 6 more months.
It's a commitment.
It's a commitment. Annual commitment, monthly deduction.
Okay.
Okay. But then, depending upon the country, they have different pricing. Say, for example, $15 is what they charge in US starting. Okay. You are in Saudi, right?
Yes.
So I don't know how much is Saudi. In India, they charge 750 rupees per month. That comes around $10-12. 12
I
to
can't
13.
get. So I can't get license from India.
That's why I asked. That's why I told you. You can just ask your company. They will have enough licenses depending upon the role what you are in. They will. They would have already pre-assigned your licensing over there.
Yes.
Okay.
Say for example, I'll just show you 1 second. I'll just show you. Okay, not here. Just a second. Not in this. Okay, this is your Office 365. Okay, so I will come to this admin section. In this admin section, I think you can see my screen, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So once you come to this screen section here, you will have the users here. Okay, the user list is here. Active users. Okay. Now in this active using, you see here